Yeah, well, I was gonna go Carlito's way.
Oh, okay. I went Spawn.
You didn't violate his girly man.
Love you, Michael J. White. Go on.
It's Michael Jai White.
Michael J. White.
Michael Jai White.
Yes, Michael J. White.
Jai.
Yeah, you're right. You said it correctly, Jay. Let's go.
I will punch you. In the
Go on.
and he's gonna come. He's gonna be like, "Mother,
Who's interrupting my kung fu?
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Not Your Everyday Critics. I'm your host, George Lugo.
Not Manny Rivera.
And if you've never seen the show before, what we do is rate, review, and critique movies of all budgets, genres, and types.
And as always, with over 500,000, so many freaking movies in existence, we're here to give you our best critiques on what we think about these movies.
And with that being said, I say we jump right into this movie review. But really quick, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
The movie we are going to be critiquing today is a holiday film with David Harbour, Violent Night.
Violent Night.
I have been waiting for this movie for a while. Ever since I saw the Red Band trailer like 3 months ago, I've been really excited to see this movie.
You didn't even hear about it until I told you about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought it up, and I fucking watched the Red Band trailer, and I was like,
It looks so freaking good. I don't know what it was that I was watching on YouTube or whatever it was that I was watching. And then I saw that coming around, and holidays were just coming around the corner, and I saw this. And I'm like, oh, we have to do this movie.
have to do this one for the holidays.
Have to do this freaking movie.
Yeah. But before we jump into our movie review, Manny has an obligation he has to fulfill from his
Punishment.
from his loss on a bet we did.
And I think the idea was that he died by like breaking his neck on the impact or something like that.
I don't think it's
Because
breaking.
you hear the
That's a skull cracking, Manny.
Whoa.
no, because his head turns.
So you're
he
saying
hits
that
the
he
thing.
broke his neck and didn't crack his skull open?
Probably cracked his skull too, but you see him turn his head as he hit pavement for the neck cracking. Did you not pay attention to that? Did you watch the movie?
I
You were
watched-
high as fuck. Who knows?
I watched
Anyways,
the
that's what
movie,
happened.
and I was definitely more in tune with it than you were.
Sure.
That
I
movie
don't
felt
think
weird.
He broke
So,
his,
yeah,
I
I know
don't
what
think
we're
he
talking-
broke his neck. And we're going to take a bet on this, and on the next episode, the loser has to do a shot of 151 on the show.
Oh,
You know what?
Jesus
In
Christ.
2
So I'm
seconds,
gonna put it right
George
here
is gonna
who-
have this little.
I'm going to put it right here who won.
Yeah. Show us a slow mo of the drop. How about that? I'll give you my Peacock account, and you can get the video clip off of it or something.
Lovely.
Yeah,
That's great.
We'll do that.
151.
All
Here
of a
we
sudden,
go.
all of a sudden, he's
Hey,
worried.
Satan's a piss. Are we doing a Satan's
Oh, we
piss
can do a
shot?
Satan's piss.
So if you guys can
recording-
remember, I said that, the kid broke his, fell on his head, broke his neck and
Broke his
everything
neck.
like that. And if it wasn't true, that I would take a drink, I would take a shot of Satan's piss.
And you lost.
Apparently I lost. So in front of me, I have
Satan's piss. Show him your pretty bottle.
150.
Pretty
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Look at this.
We done
Superman logo on it. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Just
Superman
for
logo. I'm
Manny.
a big
Just for
Superman
Manny, yeah.
fan. But 151 with a couple of dashes of Tabasco in
3
there.
dashes.
And I am a man of my word, so I'm going to hold up my end of the deal.
He's going to hold it up and see if he can hold it down.
We'll
Stay tuned.
We'll see. I wish I had some kind of a chaser here with me.
You do. It's
but,
right there.
Yeah.
I got this sugar cookie that I'm probably going to bite into afterwards just in case.
You should take the shot.
But
Take the shot, bite the sugar cookie, and then take a drink of that.
we'll see how that
right,
fucking goes if I can keep that shit down. This might be a short episode. We'll see.
Oh, no, it's going to go full length. Hey, we're being nice because I opted for you to do a double shot.
Yeah, no double shot from
Yeah,
me.
so-
But
Yeah.
1.5
go.
ounces is good enough. That's close enough. I saw that shake that he did.
Right? You see it? Burn so
Only imagine that
good.
burn, man. Ooh.
sugar cookie's good.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 151 is not really one to be fucked with.
But anyways, I'm a man of my word. Took my shot. There we go. Satan's piss, guys.
Satan's piss. Thank
there
you,
we
sir.
go.
Probably shouldn't have smoked anything for another hour.
Yeah. No. Absolutely not. But anyways,
fire.
back to what we're talking about here. Woo. Violent Night. I saw the movie. I know George just saw the movie. David, you didn't get a
Didn't
chance.
have a
David
chance
didn't
to.
get a chance to see
Busy
it,
all
so,
weekend.
we
So-
apologize for that.
As always, spoiler alert for you guys, and also David Raby here, our bartender.
He has no choice.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind. You know me.
But we
So-
had these pretty drinks in front of us also, besides the Satan piss. David, what do we got going on here?
It's almost like the exact same thing as the last drink.
It
but
is. It's almost identical.
It's called a peppermint martini.
Peppermint
Peppermint
martini.
Martini.
I went with martinis this time. It's figured it was easier.
I like martinis, so.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's cheers to this, guys,
They're
real
always
quick.
Cheers, boys. Yeah. Clink.
Boom, clink, clink, clink over there.
Ooh, I think I like this
Ooh,
one
wow,
more.
that is delicious.
That's so
There's
good.
definitely a big taste difference, and this
Yeah.
one's a lot better.
That's way
Still
better.
a little too much dairy for me, but yeah, I like this one.
That's
not- it's
closer
not like-
to a martini than the other one.
Yeah.
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 David, what goes into this drink, bud?
This one is vodka as well, peppermint schnapps, white chocolate liqueur, and heavy cream.
Wow.
Shake it all up and pour it in.
Yep.
Oh man, I definitely recommend this drink. It's really.
This is really good.
Yeah.
It's actually helping with the 151. as a matter
See,
of
we
fact.
told you.
I'm sure the dairy is.
Yeah. It's going to
Mhm.
neutralize that burn. Just give you heartburn.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get fucked up for me later.
Yeah.
I think we can jump right into this review.
Yeah. So,
So right off the bat, let's talk about
Scrooged.
No.
The opening sequence. Didn't this movie like remind you of it at all?
the opening sequence of like
Scrooge?
Scrooged.
Yeah, remember like the whole shootout with Santa and all that shit?
I know what you're saying.
That wasn't it like the $1 Million Man?
That's like the $1 Million Man.
The $1 Million Man.
Yeah. But they're
For-
recording it at the recording studio.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot, but
Exactly.
no, this movie opens up a little bit different. It opens up with him at the bar.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It opens
So basically,
Night After
the
Christmas?
you know the trailer when he's at the bar talking like that's the opening sequence.
Bad Santa, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad Santa.
up. Yeah. Bad Santa.
I'm on my lunch break. It's pretty funny. He makes a bunch of funny comments. So like, oh, I hope you're not driving. He's like, I just do a little bit of steering. The reindeer do most of the work. He does a bunch of these like really cool one-liners, and that's something that I know David Harbour really wanted because he kind of wanted it to be because this movie is very similar to Die Hard,
Right.
and there's
Because it's a Christmas movie?
yeah. And there's a little bit of Home Alone homage there. They pay some love to that, and
Yeah.
you'll see it when you see it. That sequence is really cool, but for the most part, David Harbour really wanted to get a bunch of those cool like fun one-liners, and there are some in there. He's like, "It's time for season's beatings." You know, there's some good ones in there, dude. There's some good ones in there. So, check out the one-liners. But the opening sequence is really cool. I like how he fucking just went in there, was talking shit. Oh, well, fucking people always want more and more and more, and things. Most people just want cash and shit, and you see him like he's dumping like gift cards and shit, and, like bullshit into stocking. And he's drinking the whole time. Like he's getting fucked up. Like the whole beginning sequence is great.
Yeah. He's just fucking drinking heavily. He's just like so over being Santa.
He's
He's
questioning
like-
it. He's questioning.
Yeah. He's questioning it. He's
like,
even
"Is this
thinking
my last Christmas."
this might even be my last Christmas is what he says because of the whole, the new age of people just wanting either money or video games now. Nothing more with like the scarves or the little toys and stuff like that. He's just
Well, he's like people are shitty to each other.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
want all this stuff.
You know,
he's kind of over that.
Same.
and it's so fucking funny when you see him going deliver to fucking all these houses and he's drinking whatever they have in the house the entire time.
Fucking great, dude.
He's just going from place to place. You see him take a shotgun out of a freaking beer can,
Yeah.
throwing it over the freaking sleigh.
He's like at the sleigh. So he gets a 6-pack from this guy. His guy's like fell asleep in the living room and his daughter's like in the crib, and he's like has a sentimental moment with her, gives her a gift. But the dad's sitting there and he's got a 6-pack next to him. He's on, and he leaves a lump of coal. And
He leaves
takes
a
his-
lump of coal.
He takes his 6-pack, and then
Shit.
he's fucking up in the sleigh, and he fucking shotguns a beer. Like he's on the sleigh, peeing off the side.
Peeing off the side,
It's
just,
so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah,
fucking
no,
hilarious.
this movie is definitely it's so much fun and there's so much action. It's
Fun for the
it's
whole family?
great. It really is fun for the whole family. It really is. I mean, there's a
Fun
lot
for
of
the whole family if they're
violence.
13 and over.
Yes, 13 and over.
Is it PG-13?
It's R.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's R.
It's
But
R.
you could take kids with you.
But I mean, it's definitely a really good, fun movie. I like how they took the whole Christmas movie Santa Claus and gave it a twist on it. Because one thing that I liked about was how he became Santa and who he used to be before that.
Yeah, they kind of
be Stan's dad. Oh wait, Krampus. Sorry,
Krampus. Go ahead. They dive a little bit into the lore, but not a lot. So they leave some wiggle room for either a prequel or a sequel. So that would be really cool. And I think it's just based on the movie itself. Highly think we're gonna see another one.
Yeah, there was
whether it be prequel or sequel. To be honest, prequel will be better.
So in this movie, I'm gonna jump a little bit here because one of my favorite scenes was when Santa got sliced.
Yeah,
and when he's the thing is here. This is what happens, right? So when he gets sliced, right, he noticed that he's bleeding a lot. He was at the front gate, right, when he noticed that he's bleeding a lot. So he goes into the house. He's in an empty room, and he's noticing he's got this stuff. So he takes off his jacket. He takes off this leather vest, which is pretty fucking cool, too.
This leather vest is super cool.
Yeah, right? It's pretty fucking cool. And then he takes off his shirt. But when you see Santa take off his shirt...
He has all these, he has Nordic tribal tattoos.
Right? And he's got scars all over his body. So here's the thing. When he... I'll tell you the story that he gave on this.
There's a flashback.
So there is a flashback to it where he is first known as... Nicholas the Red, which is his warrior name back in the day because he used to be a very violent person and like a thief and he's a Viking, and he had his hammer which he called Skull Crusher. It's cool. Almost like a Thor hammer kind of thing, and it's fucking amazing. That hammer looks so cool, awesome because of the engravings on it.
It has all like the.
It's cool as
runes.
Shit.
Has runes engraved all over it. It's super cool, dude.
So they didn't explain how he became Santa, but he explained who he used to be before he became Santa.
Yeah. So we have They gave us a little bit enough backstory for us to be like, how does he know how to fight or anything? So we get. Because he's already killed a couple people at this point, and now he's having that flashback. So we're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
They give you just enough information to let you know that, hey, Santa can fuck shit up.
Yeah. So he is actually a warrior. Before he became Santa, he was a warrior. He was freaking crushing skulls. He was beating bad guys. And they called him Nicholas the Red because he was always in blood. So he had this Viking hat on. He had the long hair, everything that he had just freaking... And you see him in this like leather, this pelt skirt thing that Vikings have and everything like that. And it's so fucking cool because when they flash back to that scene, you see the background, how dark and ominous it is, like almost like fire in the background or something like that.
That's exactly what's happening.
They were pillaging. So they show that part of who he was then. The shitty part was I really wanted to know how he became Santa. But and one of the cool things is like he doesn't understand how the magic works for him as Santa Claus. After 1,100 years is what he says. He still doesn't know how it works, but he knows that it works and what he can do.
Yeah.
So it's actually really cool to see that side. And he was talking to Trudy, letting her know because he was telling the truth the entire time. Everything.
Yeah.
Like there was no shortcut. He doesn't lie.
He doesn't lie.
He doesn't lie. So he told her about him and his story and what he's going to do and everything like that. It was so fucking cool. Their take on Santa. This has got to be one of my favorite takes on Santa because it's freaking great.
It's super cool.
Super good.
So we get all the Norse like mythology with it, Yeah. We get to see him like in battle, and he looks like a berserker with a hammer. Like he's shirtless. He does have the the leather straps and all the stuff, but I feel like berserkers were the only ones that went to battle with no top armor. Right. So it's kind of cool to see that aspect that like Santa had a life before he was Santa, and it was violent. And he mentions in there that he wanted to kind of change it because he was like a bad person. Right. So they don't exactly say how.
Yeah.
But they say that he basically changed his life from that Viking life. And instead of killing people, like now he gives gifts. So we'll see where that goes. Like I'm really hoping for a prequel and not a sequel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hoping for both actually. So, but I like the way they transferred this old Santa man behind a tree being very innocent, like, I just want to leave. I have nothing to do, like very innocent, like, right? And he
didn't want to get involved. Yeah.
Santa's telling this guy with a gun in front of him, is like, look, you don't want to do this. I just want to leave. This isn't part of my problem. And he fucking hits him, bro, with the fucking gun. Like, fucking hits him, right?
He's
and
like
goes
a
down.
small Asian dude, too.
And then
he's way
and then this guy freaking, like, he sees him, starts to get up again. He's like, you don't want to do this. And he fucking swings at him again. And you see Santa just fucking catch that fucking arm. And he starts to stand up, and he's just like overpowering him, right? Yeah. Because he's a fucking Viking. He still has that Viking strength or whatever. Yeah. So he's standing up. He's fucking like tearing his fucking arm up because he's so fucking strong. And that's when they get into that fucking brawl on, oh my God, does he fuck shit up? It is so fucking awesome to see Santa fucking taking down people like that. It's so fucking cool.
It's great. The fight scenes they're done really well.
They are done super well.
David Harbour was talking about he did a lot. He put on like 50 pounds for this role. I think he was sitting at 270, and he wanted to like be closer to Santa's actual weight without being like really obese. Well, just what people perceive Santa to be.
Perceive Santa to be like.
So he put on
the big jolly
50
man.
pounds. And then he started training. So he started training at that weight. So it must have been incredibly difficult to train and be fat, you know, like, because you start burning those calories. And so he started doing a lot of wrestling, a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of grappling and stuff. And they would pummel. So they would just like grab each other and like grapple and throw. And he said they would do that for like hours at a time just to get him kind of like comfortable with it.
Yeah, this movie was so cool. I enjoyed it so much. There was just the dad trying to trying to be with his family again, and
I like the guy.
Trudy just so innocent. She's such a lovely. She's really good as her character in the movie too. She is such an adorable girl. She's freaking awesome, and the mom is badass too. I like the mom.
Yeah, the mom's cool
really cool. So yeah, it was like a very action, very fucking, you know, it was bloody movie for sure, but it did have its heartwarming moments.
Yeah, it's called Violent Night.
Yes, I understand.
Violent is in the title.
Yes, violent is in the title, but you don't expect to see some of the things that you actually fucking see in the movie.
I would expect everything from a title called Violent Night. Like, you have to think about like the way production companies, like they sell things, right? Or like the way they do what do they call that, marketing. How do you market a movie called Violent Night? And it's also a Christmas movie, because now you're really narrowing the market, because Christmas is like for everybody.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
Children. Yeah, so super niche, you know, but it was promoted so well and marketed very well. Like, we're definitely going to see some type of sequel.
Anyways, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is you see Santa limping away, and he's going into the shed, right? Mm. And he's limping, he's going into the shed, and he's sitting down, kind of like cross-legged a little bit. And Trudy starts talking to him over the radio because, you know, apparently they have a direct line to each other now. And he's talking to her, saying this might be it for him and everything like that. And Trudy asks, what do you want? What do you want? So what is your wish? What do you want so much? And he's just looking. He has his wedding ring that he takes off, and he's looking at. He just wants to see Mrs. Claus one last time and tell her how much he loves her and everything. Like, she's in the North Pole, dude. He's doing out stuff. It doesn't always have to be that way, David. But anyways, he's taking off his ring. He's looking at it. He just wants to tell his wife that he loves her so much, and just one last time before anything happens. And Trudy's telling him that, you know, that you can make that happen, you make that believe. And then he drops the ring, and the ring starts to roll away. He goes, oh, shit. And he's crawling for it and looking for it and everything like that. And just like faith would happen, the ring actually hits against a sledgehammer that just so happens to be his weapon of choice, a hammer.
Hammer's his weapon of choice.
And then as soon as that happens, something in him just clicks, right?
Right.
He gets his ring, he grabs the hammer, and there's a scene where there's just a little scene of him using the hammer. Like, he knows how to use a hammer very well, like getting the feel for it. But he's had a hammer his whole entire life, freaking fighting, that he's just like so fucking smooth with it, right?
It's pretty sweet.
It's just that scene with him using the fucking hammer.
You're like, oh, shit's about to get real.
And then, exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Things are about to fucking go down for Santa. So, and then all of a sudden, there's like, I don't know, a good 10 to 12 guys that are coming into this shed, right? Yeah. And you see Santa,
the extraction team,
and you see Santa holding the hammer, and he has a candy cane in his mouth. So.
The American Dad thing.
Exactly. So as soon as they start coming in and everything's going around.
Respect for you, Haley.
Sneakily, he's taking them out one by one at first, you know, with the goddamn hammer. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of like a brawl. And he is just going at it with these guys, just knowing what exactly to do, just swinging, turning, freaking doing the whole thing. And it's fucking badass, just doing whatever it is that he's doing. The candy cane that he pulls out, that he sharpened and starts fucking stabbing. There's like 3 guys on him, right? And fucking pulls this out and he stabs them to try to fucking get loose and everything.
I like how it's
like
a perfect
that.
shank. It doesn't break.
It doesn't break. It's just
he uses it on multiple guys.
He uses it. Yeah, he uses it on several fucking guys. And then in that fight scene, he sees these skates, these ice skates. And he puts them on like gloves, and he starts freaking. So, there was a scene. There's another scene like that. So there's so he's puts them over, and he's fighting with these guys. He's punching them with the skates and everything like that. Yes, bro. He's fucking punching them. He's he does a whole slice like this. He fucking does everything. He's even thrown one at one person.
Yeah.
And the last guy that he fucking fights. I
wouldn't even call it a fight. He just kills this dude.
He just kills the dude, which he fucking just goes up to the guy and he just fucking sticks the skate right in his fucking neck.
The guy's right up against a post.
And the scene that you see when he fucking does this is the head is on the skate and then the body falls down.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And it's fucking it's super fucking crazy.
Super fucking sweet scene.
It's so fucking crazy, and then the
thing for the snow.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like a little snow plow for like the driveways or whatever. He freaking ropes these 2 guys and throws the rope
right
into
in
the
there.
thing, and it just drags them in. It's freaking nuts.
It's awesome.
That fight scene alone is probably my favorite fucking fight scene. It's so fucking good.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
it's pretty. I can't even give that scene enough praise. It's so cool.
It is so fucking cool.
Just to see him from the start, he gets his weapon of choice, and he's so happy to have it, and he's just twirling it around. You're like, this is gonna get brutal really quick, like, and then he starts fucking dudes up.
Oh my god!
Like, this is a trained tactical extraction team with fully automatic weapons that come and try and kill him. And he fucking diehards this shit. He's like fucking John McClane, just killing these motherfuckers back to back.
Pretty much, dude. It's super fucking good. Super fucking
good. So I mean that's a great fucking sequence. That's a great fucking sequence.
Right?
Yeah.
But another thing I want to talk about is the characters. The mom of the main people, the rich mom, I don't remember what her name is exactly.
Oh, fucking, it's what's her face? Beverly D'Angelo from Vacation.
Beverly D'Angelo. So she is such a bitch in this movie. Really,
she has so much work done. It's crazy.
Yeah, she does have a lot of work done. You can tell by her face, but she is such a bitch to her fucking kids and everything like that. But she loves her grandkids, or she loves her grandkid. The other guy, one of the other kids is like
he's a fucking douchebag,
streaming guy. He's such a douche about it. He's such a douche about him streaming freaking be something.
The mother's name is Gertrude.
Yes,
and the son named his daughter
Gertrude,
but they call her Trudy for short. The other sibling, is a girl, and she had a son. Then she wanted to name her son after the mom, but they can't call her Gertrude. She called him Bertrude. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, dude.
I think they called him Bert or whatever.
It's funny,
but
they call him
Bertrude.
But they keep calling him Bert. They're like, but your fucking full name is Bertrude. Like, it's funny. It's funny.
It's fucking hilarious to see some of these characters because the sister to the guy, the main person, the they talk about she's so petty, she's such a hater, and
she's like the epitome of like a spoiled rich
like
brat.
a spoiled rich brat, because so he and his wife are kind of like going through like a little separation kind of ordeal. So when his wife goes up to the bar to get a drink, she goes, "Oh, you've gained weight," and right off the bat, and she's kind of like spitting into her cup. "But it looks good on you," is what she says. I don't know if it's supposed to mean like she's being nice about it, but no,
right?
she's being really fucked up,
She's
whatever
being
she
a bitch.
is. So yeah, no, they are very spoiled, fucked up brats about it. And then what is the actor, the guy we were just talking about a minute ago?
Cam Gigandant.
Cam Gigandant. He is so fucking funny. So fucking funny.
He's like an action star. He does action movies.
He does action movies, but in here he's such a total douche. It's so funny. He's such a total douche. His gift that he gave to his mother-in-law, I guess. Is it mother-in-law?
Yeah, mother-in-law.
I don't know if they were whatever, mother-in-law. And this is after they already been caught and they're hostages and everything like that. So his decision to give his mother-in-law a gift of a script that he wrote that he should be in hopes that she would budget the movie for is what he does.
That's what he gifted her.
Yeah, that's what he gifted her, a script that
This is the worst fucking gift.
Such a fucking douche about it too, because with everything that's going on, he's still like a character. He's like, yeah, this and that. I would do that. I would jump over. I would just do this and blah blah blah. His character's definitely wow.
Yeah, his character's a piece of work.
It really is.
He really is. He's a fucking piece of work for sure.
But the bad guys are actually pretty damn cool too.
Fucking cool as shit.
The bad guys are actually really fucking cool. I mean, I know they're bad guys and all, but they play their roles very fucking well because they're like ex-military, ex-assassins and stuff like that. And they all have holiday character names.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Tinsel and Scrooge and Nutcracker and stuff like that. They all gave each other
Frosty,
the holiday names.
They have cool fucking holiday nicknames.
I thought it was fun for John Leguizamo to take lead on this, and for the reasoning behind why he did what he did was because out of several Christmases that he's had, the terrible Christmases, and he explained it in the movie, that one of the Christmases that happened was he was so over with people being uptight about having the money and being like so much stuff that they have. At one point, it was like nighttime and he was going to get like stuff he was going to steal something from somebody's house. And he wasn't planning on hurting anybody. He wasn't planning on doing anything other than just taking their shit. And something happened. It was like an accident or an incident or whatever.
I think he said somebody was home.
And they fell off the stairs, and he took it as like, you know, it was an accident. And then, you know, he was saying, then maybe I did kill him. Maybe I did want to get rid of that. Maybe I did all that kind of shit.
Right.
It was a later in the movie where he realized that Santa Claus was the real Santa Claus because he found Santa Claus's scroll of naughty and nice people. He's the real deal. And at that point, his thing went from, you know, fucking stealing all that money that he was about to steal from that house to making it the last fucking to ending Santa, to making it the last fucking Christmas. Okay. Yeah. His thing went from stealing money to he was so miserable about what had happened in his life that he blames the holiday and Santa Claus that he would just fucking get rid of it and just done with Santa.
Yeah.
There's always people that want to, like, you see some of these movies where sometimes they want to get rid of the holiday spirit to people and everything like that, but to get rid of like the last fucking Christmas, like in a real life movie like this,
to kill Santa Claus.
No, you see like animation movies like that, but in this kind of movies, you don't really see that. So that's what I'm saying. This was like fucking. It was crazy to see it. It was. That's I thought it was really fucking cool to see that.
His character as a villain, he plays a villain so well. I mean, we've seen him play villains in other movies.
You've been violated. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna go Carlito's way.
Oh, I went Spawn.
You've been violated, girly man.
Love you, Michael J. White. Go on.
It's Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Yes, Michael J. White.
Jai.
Yeah, you're right. You said it correctly, Jay. Let's go.
I will punch
Shoot.
you in the dick.
Go on.
And he's gonna come. He's gonna be like, motherfucker.
Who's interrupting my kung fu? Sorry.
I can't wait to do Black Dynamite.
I know, dude. We should.
Dynamite. Oh, we should do that for fucking Black History Month.
Fuck yeah. It's coming up again. Yes.
Continue what you were saying.
I don't know what I was talking about.
We got carried away.
Carried away.
Anyways, John Leguizamo's
John
character.
Leguizamo. Yeah. I like how he played the villain here. He was a very relatable character, and he fucking made a character that you hated just enough to fucking love his character. You know, and that's always something for actors. That's a challenge, right? Because like if you're playing the villain, you have to play the character so well that the audience hates you. They hate your character, but they also have to have some relationship with your character and feel for you.
Almost like sympathy.
Yeah, a little bit. Feel a little sympathetic. So I felt like he really pulled that off here, and I enjoyed even the last fight scene with him in it. It was fucking pretty phenomenal, and we'll get to that.
So when I first saw the opening to this movie, I told you that it was going to be a good movie because I thought it was going to be a very fun movie. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't think it was going to be like a tier movie or anything like that. I just thought it was going to be a really fun movie. This movie actually was a lot more than I thought that it was going to be, and I really enjoyed this fucking movie that fucking much. I didn't.
This is like
because you told me the same thing that it was just gonna be a fun movie. You know what I mean? You said the same thing. You didn't expect much of it.
I didn't expect much, other than it was gonna be a fun, violent Christmas movie. I was like, it's
be a violent night.
But to be honest, this is probably going to be another one of those holiday staples that we watch.
Exactly. That's the exact. After watching this movie, I thought the exact same thing. I thought, oh shit, this is actually more than I thought that it was going to be.
Because they introduced so much more than just than just the movie itself. They introduced us to
a whole universe.
Santa, a whole universe that we kind of want to see more of. You know, they did a good job of just showing you enough of Santa's past that you're like,
wouldn't you want to see something of Nicholas the Red and then becoming Santa? You know what I mean? That's fucking because since they introduced him as that already, you know that he eventually will. become
they
Santa
could literally do a. They've set it up in such a way that like they could technically do both. They could do a prequel called Nicholas the Red, and then they could do Violent Night 2. You know, that would be fucking cool as balls. Like, because Nicholas the Red could be like his whole, everything he was as a Viking, and then everything that led up to him becoming Santa Claus.
Right.
Obviously, they could do another sequel to Violent Night.
It would be Violent Night 2.
Violent Night 2.
Krampus is coming. I don't know.
No, I think they should stick with kind of like the Die Hard theme, and then like, and like Leguizamo's brother shows up.
The Die Hard.
Turns out he's Krampus.
The Die Hard Home Alone
like
thing.
in Die Hard 1, right? You have Hans Gruber, and then in Die Hard 3, you have his brother.
Yeah.
It could be like that.
Can we talk about Trudy doing the Home Alone thing? Because the first time she saw Home Alone, one of the things that's introduced to her was that she got to see Home Alone for the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when Santa Claus actually tells her that to hide or, to keep or whatever, and she goes, oh, I can set up booby traps and do the Home Alone thing. And Santa Claus doesn't know.
Like,
I don't know what that is, but okay. Yeah. So, and she does too. Like, she sets up like all these booby traps for these freaking.
For Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern to show up.
So one of the
the very first one is so funny, dude.
So one of the things is she's hiding out in the attic, right? And she has a welcome mat or Merry Christmas. It's a Merry Christmas mat.
The fucking the steps to get into the attic.
Right.
Instead of hiding them, they're lowered. There's a welcome mat, and then like
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, a Merry Christmas mat, and then up the steps like. About midway, you see the nail sticking up, right?
Classic.
But what you don't notice
Classic McCulkin.
But what you don't notice on the Merry Christmas mat, there's also like nails and screws popping up from it.
Yeah. The best part though is that like the fucking guy sees it and he's like, booby traps only work if you don't see them. And then he goes to take a step on the steps, and like the third step in, he doesn't notice that it's sawed.
It's sawed, yeah.
So it fucking breaks, and his fucking chin falls right onto the nail.
And he's yelling like, "Oh,
it really hurts.
Are you kidding me? This and that.
Some ice cream."
shit, dude.
Yeah, so that happens, and
The sequence is great. We don't need to talk about the whole sequence. It's like if you guys gonna watch it, enjoy it.
yeah, definitely watch it and enjoy it.
That
But
scene is
the
great.
Home Alone aspect to it.
I mean, this movie was like it was basically Die Hard. Like in the fact that like he had to hide and then kill fucking mercs, you know,
Right.
the whole time.
He had to
And
murk
then
the
he
mercs.
has and then he's on the walkie with his fucking inside guy, which you know,
Yeah.
that was fucking awesome. And then eventually he talks to the villain through the walkie the same way, you know, McClane did that with Gruber.
Yeah.
Very, very Die Hard. Very Die Hard.
One of the fucking awesome scenes is when he was talking to John Leguizamo as Scrooge, because it doesn't give his real name out.
Yeah, he just calls him Scrooge.
And he explained why he hated Christmas so much, and then Santa calls him Jimmy. Like he knew his name, Jimmy.
Jimmy boy.
And then he knew the other character's name was their name, and her name was her name, Katrina or whatever the hell.
Kira.
Talking about him having a Huffy bike, him doing whatever he does. She was whatever they were. And they're like, could he be the real? And they were just like, no, he's just some fucking fat guy. And then all of a sudden, Trudy, she has an idea of doing whatever it is that she's doing. John Leguizamo, Scrooge, has a gun right to fucking Santa's head. And all of a sudden, you see the white flakes coming down in the room.
Mm-hmm.
The like if it's
Snowflakes.
snowing.
Yeah, inside.
And they are so in their heads about it, about this possibly being Santa. Like it's ridiculous to think that way, but it's possibly him. And they're like, is he doing this? Like, yeah, exactly. You know,
funny.
is this Santa? And for a minute there, John Leguizamo's like, he's like smiling, like, is this for real? Even though it's Trudy putting styrofoam, crushed up styrofoam in the
Events.
vents
Yeah.
for it to act that way.
Right.
So in that sense, you know, they're like, no fucking way. And then John Leguizamo puts his tongue out to taste. He's like, this isn't real snow. And then Santa fucking dives over, you know, falls to the ground. And then he touches his nose as one of the guys turns around to see Santa do it. And he goes up the chimney. And they're like, he went up the chimney. He's all like, okay, he probably had some pulleys or something. He's all like, there's no way anybody can get up there. He's like, stop fucking around. It's not really Santa and this and that and everything like that. Overall, this movie, very enjoyable. So fucking fun. I would watch this fucking again. It's super cool.
It's great.
Super cool. I recommend you would have a really good time with this
I'm
movie.
gonna watch it. Yeah.
Really good.
The last fight scene is so fucking good. Dude. So good. I don't even know if I want to spoil it for you, but
Doesn't matter to me.
John Leguizamo has like obviously has the one-on-one boss battle with Santa,
The final boss battle.
and they end up fighting on ice at the end. But John Leguizamo has like the spike boots, and Santa does not.
Right.
And so the fight is kind of teetering back and forth. You know, Leguizamo has like the ice hooks. And then Santa has his fucking hammer. They're back and forth. They're all over each other. Leguizamo's actually very good with those fucking blades. Like, he even gets one into Santa, like, in his fucking shoulder. And he starts fucking Santa up. He hits him in the leg. And he fucking drags him away from his fucking hammer.
Ooh.
It's pretty intense. But they're outside, right, because they're now away from the house. And they're outside, like, by an abandoned house. And outside of the house, there's, like, a
Christmas tree.
a chimney,
Oh.
like an old stone chimney, kind of just all by itself.
Right.
Santa's now, he's all beaten the fuck up, and he's by the chimney, and Leguizamo comes over to him, and he's like, this is it, you know, like, Christmas dies tonight. And then he fucking grabs Santa's hand, pins it to the stone chimney. And like he brings up the other pick, and he's gonna fucking hit Santa with it, and Santa rips
his
down,
hand,
catches the fucking other pick, and then he goes like, because now they're right next to the fucking chimney, and then he's like, and grabs him and takes him up the chimney, and kills him fatality Mortal Kombat style, dude.
Yeah.
So you see Santa standing at the top of the chimney with John Leguizamo's body, just the torso.
Just the torso. There's all this blood splatter. Everything.
Legs are
dude.
gone. Arms are gone, head are gone, just the fucking
Just the
fucking torso.
Fucking sick, dude.
And then he
It was
just
so cool.
and then he chuckles at the
He
end,
just
right?
laughs.
and then he throws his
the
body. And then you see that fucking mangled fucking body right fucking there, dude.
That's
It
fucking
was
hilarious, dude.
it was such an epic fight scene.
Great. Finish him.
And then when Santa comes down off the chimney, you know, he's like, everything's all done and over with. That was really awesome.
No, it was a good ending sequence.
Yeah, it was a
They
good
ended
ending.
strong.
Yeah, they did end strong.
They ended strong.
They did end strong for sure.
Yeah, they ended strong. And think we can probably wrap up that part of it. And I say we just move on to budget if you have it. Did you have a budget for this or no?
I do have a budget for this movie. David didn't see it, but
He can still get us.
I was just gonna say you didn't see it, but after what we explained to you and you know the trailer that you saw, what would you say the budget would be? 80 million. Okay. What about you?
I still don't even think it's that much. I want to go 65.
65.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a $20 million movie.
Really?
$20 million movie.
Wow.
Because it took in the house. All you see, everything that you've seen was basically in the house.
Yeah, it's all in the house.
So everything was very short filmed as basically one location.
Probably in
Almost-
studio, huh?
Just a
Most
studio.
likely, yeah.
Most likely a studio to do it.
Right.
You know, so it was just one location. It looked like basically a house.
Maybe the next one's gonna be a lot more in different locations and shit like that.
Maybe. We don't know. But it was $20 million. So opening weekend, what do you think?
60 mil
It probably would have brought in like maybe 10.
So it was a little over 20 million.
again.
What?
Oh, okay.
Really?
A
Not bad.
little over 20 million.
Breaking
That's
even
pretty
right off the
good.
bat.
So this is only opening weekend.
Yeah,
So you can only imagine how much more this movie is going to make after that.
it'll probably surpass at least.
It'll
100 mil.
surpass whatever it is that it's going to be because it was just opening weekend.
That's a good. That's
so
a good,
opening,
that's a good budget.
opening weekend to make its money
Breaking- yeah,
back,
breaking
just to
even,
breaking it even. It's actually really good because
Yeah.
this movie is going to stay out in theaters. I don't know what,
until
another
January.
week or two long.
It was an enjoyable film. So
It was
yeah.
definitely an enjoyable film for sure.
Mm-hmm.
An enjoyable film. I really do like this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah. Same.
Matter of fact, so
Same.
yeah, so 20 million budget, a little over 20 million come back for the weekend.
Damn.
good.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Let's get on to the rating.
honestly, I went into before I watched this movie, I went into this movie thinking that I was gonna give it a low score. I gotta give it like a high 4.5, maybe 5, somewhere around there, because I love the fact that they gave Santa Claus's lore into it.
Never give anything a 5.
This was actually really fucking good to me. I don't know. I think it's to me, it's like a 4.5, 5 movie. I'm in between there because I really enjoy this movie, but I don't want it to like overdo it. But yeah, I think I'll stick with a 4.5. I'm gonna stick with a 4.5.
I think I'm going to go 4.5 too. I don't think it's top tier. So 5,
I don't think it's
5
top
is a little,
tier.
5 is a little much, but this movie was super enjoyable.
Super good. It was really fucking fun.
Super enjoyable. And I can't wait for whatever the next iteration
Oh
of this
my
is.
god. I hope a prequel and a sequel. That's what I'm hoping
I mean, I would
for.
like that. That would be great. But I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, only time will tell.
Yeah. Like
Oh, we
always.
didn't get to pick ahead. Pick ahead really quick.
You know what? It's Christmas. Let's do 4.5 Santa Clauses. Let's do. I was thinking of Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with 4.5 Tim Allen Santa Clauses.
Okay. I'll try and do that, yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So if you guys really enjoyed our content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's a very, very small ask for you, but it does wonders for the show. Leave a comment, anything in there. I mean, maybe hit us up with what you thought of this movie. What would you expect in a sequel or prequel? You know, let us know. You can also email us at nyec.gsc@gmail.com. You could put any request in there, or if you just want to chat and see what's up. Other than that, I think that's it, right? Do you have anything
Also,
else
if you
on
have
there?
other drink suggestions for us, we're always open to any suggestions.
Yeah, I'm
you
always
know?
looking for.
Let's
new
challenge
cocktails,
David
so-
Raby over here. See what's up. You know what I mean? As always, it's been fun knowing you guys and everything. I've drank way too much on here today. 151, man, that shit fucking kills. But anyways, happy movie going.
Happy movie going.